Debbie Romero is your host today on Transcend with Debbie and can be found on all platforms. She's a renowned international evidential psychic medium, Reiki master, Munike certified, and empowerment teacher who is holding space to bring awareness with other like-minded souls as we raise the vibration collectively for humanity with awareness, inspiration, love, compassion, and healing. Now your host, Debbie Romero.
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. It is an honor to be back here on Transcend with Debbie, Derek Chorus Page, Things Network, Sacred Spiral, and my girl Kelly Brickle, behind the scenes producer of Sacred Spiral, is holding space as Jennifer Johns is behind the scenes, y'all. This is what's up. It is going to be a day of sound, frequency, vibration, and I'm really looking forward to this. I know she's backstage right now. We're going to be bringing her in shortly, y'all. So let's say some hellos. Valerie from the UK, thank you, girl, for being here. Thank you so much, Trudy girl, for being here from Ohio. Hey, Tanisha, y'all. I see Jennifer back there. Let's bring her on, Miss Kelly Brickle. She's there. Let's bring my girl Jennifer Johns in. Let's do this. Uh-oh. Go ahead. Woo! Jennifer, my queen. It is so nice to have you here as a guest. It is an honor. Thank you.
It is an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Live and direct from South Africa, California. Africa, California.
So you're in South Africa right now. So you're traveling.
I am.
Oh, wow. Thank you for being here and sharing your time. I know you just got back like a week ago, so you're really touring it right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of travel. We've been to Bloemfontein. We're in Johannesburg now. We're headed to Durban and then to Cape Town.
Nice. What are you doing out there for the community?
Bringing love and experiencing love. You know, this tour is called Fun to Heal, and we were really dedicated to making sure that in creating this experience and sharing this experience that we weren't extractive. And so what we're doing for the community, I don't know, what we're doing with the community is experiencing love for sure.
That's cool. Well, music is love. And when you're
Yes.
just embodying love, you are radiating that and you are sharing that and giving that out as a ripple effect to those that get to be around you in your spirit, you know? So
Yes.
there's a lot of beauty in that. And I know you have a song lots of different songs, but one that stays within my mind and close to my heart is the God Speaks album. And if you don't mind, before we go into that, can you just introduce yourself to the community, a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing?
Absolutely. Well, first, it is such an honor to see you. It's so great to have met you a couple months ago in person, and to be back in community with you is absolutely beautiful. So my name is Jennifer Johns. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and I am a multidisciplinary artist, really. I paint, I draw, but for the most part, people know me as a musician. And so I've been producing and playing and recording music for 20 years. In fact, today is the 20th anniversary of my first album being released.
What? Congratulations. The intelligence of spirit. And they know what's up when to bring the alignment forward. Like, wow, 20 years of your first album. What was your favorite song on that first album that you produced? You know.
That's like saying, which is your favorite child? You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. You can't.
Yes.
You can't. You know, I recently have started performing songs from that record again. And there's a song that's a drum and bass joint called "Do You Believe in Love" that I've been playing a lot lately. But when I think about that record,
Oh, we lost her. Let's see if she comes back, y'all. There you are. Okay.
Okay. Uh-oh, did I lose you? Forgive
Just
me.
for a
We are
second.
far. we're far away. We're 10,000 miles away from each other, and the internet can be a little spotty sometimes. My deepest apologies. But anyway, the album. When I think about that record, I think about just how open-hearted I felt, at that time, and I'm really grateful for to be celebrating 20 years. It just crept up on me. Like yesterday, I was like, "Oh wait, hold on, that was 20 years ago," and so just thinking about the purity of the space that I was in at that time, and how full circle it feels right now, to be in this place right now.
It's so beautiful. It's interesting when you get to have those aha moments and just be able to sit and reflect on all the changes and all the progression and all the love that you've been able to hold space for and how it's built you to be where you are today, right? It's pretty cool when
Yeah.
that happens. I know that feeling very much wholeheartedly. Are you able to see the comments on the side? There's a lot of people saying hello to you. So we
I'm
have
seeing lots of
uh,
hearts.
you are here, girl, surrounded by love. Definitely.
Mm,
Now I know that when you did God speak, you really flowed into each chakra
mm.
and you created prayer to bring healing to each chakra system. And
Yes.
when you did that, was that channeled, or like when you started to flow into that and you created your affirmations of prayer? What was happening to you when you were creating that?
The Godspeak record is really special to me. And I've been slow to promote it because I feel like there's been so many like mantra records out by like, rappers and things like that. It just feels like there's been ways that it's been kind of our spirituality has been a bit commodified. And so I've been tender about that if I'm being honest. And so for me, that record was is all records are personal, but this one is definitely super personal, which is why I know that it's useful to the world, right? It's when you
Right,
create something, God never gives you anything that's just for you.
right,
And so that project I made during quarantine, and I made it because I needed something where I could have mantra that told me that I am the divine love of God. It reminds me that I feel the love of God, that I speak the love of God, that I know the love of God, leveraging the chakra mantras and then adding God and love and translating it into Swahili, was really important to me because as a Black American, we're never speaking a mother tongue. Right? Like we're never, in fact, I don't even really know what my mother tongue would be as a Black American, right? And
right,
so I needed to find something that spoke to my African heritage,
right.
that was still also very accessible to all people. And so I know that this record will be used by people who are purple, polka dot, fuchsia, all the
Yeah,
colors, right? The pairs, right?
yes,
Um, but I definitely made it with my particular life experience in mind, as a Black woman who is centered in spirituality, who has been blessed to be in meditation spaces of all kinds, who's been blessed to travel the world, in spiritual spaces. I wanted to add to my personal canon, my personal experience, something that was uniquely me. So yeah, was there a channeling? Absolutely.
yeah. And I think a lot of times with artists, you say you're creative in painting and you not only paint but you're singing, you're writing, you're producing. You are definitely flowing with the essence of the spirit world. And
Mm,
when you're doing that, that energy, that vibration, that frequency reaches the minds and minds of all. And when I sat there and I listened to it, I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I see you be like jamming and you just start jumping and you're just like, let's go, like, let's feel this. And that's the rise of the energy, right?
mm,
It just like
mm,
starts to
mhm,
take over. And is that
mhm.
your form of prayer when you do that? Like, do you go into that prayer of dance and song and singing?
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. For me, prayer, when we're really attuned, prayer is everything.
That's
It's
right.
in right now we're in prayer, right? In this
Yes.
conversation, we're in prayer. And for me, I am free when I'm singing, when I'm on stage and I can just kind of let the music move through me. I am in deep prayer. That is my medium. And so it was important to me to make a body of meditations that wasn't at like 60 beats per minute, right? Like that
Right.
wasn't so calming because that's not natural for me. Like,
Right. Right.
what's natural for me is a movement and a pulse. When I get to praying and I speak and I pray out loud, there's a rhythm to the prayer, even when I'm just speaking in prayer. And so, yeah, I love that record because when I turn it on, I spin around, I dance, I sing to it. That record is more of a call and response, for me, with spirit. And so, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And when you say that, you take me back to your God Speak album, and you were saying during quarantine, this is something of you that you created of a representation of who you are and what you've gone through. And now that you can feel into it, can you feel the healing that was brought forward with it? Can you feel that now that the baby's done? Like that's my creation. Can you feel that joy that came with it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, like as you mm, as you say that to me, God makes no mistakes. The timing of the conversation right now is really perfect, because, like I said, I've been slow to promote this record. I've been slow to share it. It's not on streaming services. You can really only get it on my website, right? Um, and a lot of it has been, it's personal, right? And it's as if the baby is like, I'm ready to go to college, mom.
Hey,
Like,
hey.
let me out into the world. I'm a little
Right.
free now, right?
Right.
And so, I've shared it in some places. You heard some of it, with Monica at Experience Meditation, and
Mm,
if you're a deep fan of mine, you've heard it. And to
right.
answer your question, yeah, I do. I feel a deep sense of healing, a deep sense of completion, a deep sense of personal kindness. I feel
Right.
like by making this record, I made something that was nice to me, if that makes
Right.
sense.
No,
You
it's
know?
perfectly makes sense. I think when I do poetry or when I'm channeling, I'm usually in a thought of need or healing. When I'm
Mm,
writing that, those words is like spirit giving me that airdrop of energy of what I need in that moment. And so it soothes my soul when I'm
yeah.
channeling in that way. And so there's a blessing that comes through the heartache or the concern or the reason we're writing for the awareness or the inspiration. And so when we're doing that, it's definitely bringing the healing component. And so you are a healer, Jennifer. Do you know that your words are very healing when we speak them, when they're said, and when they're received? And this
Yes.
is where you said the word you used, kindness,
Mm,
that got me, the kindness. So this is why it's so important to speak with kindness. Because as you say, the prayer that we're in right now, the talk, the dance, there's an exchange of energy. And when it's respect and there's that love, there's that healing and joy and blessings that come with it.
absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
so would you be up to singing some stuff for us, for those that are listening? I know you're traveling, so I didn't know what your back where you are right now. Like if you have access to give us some tunes or a prayer or a song for us that are listening.
I can sing the prayer that I sing all the time. It's just it's an old gospel prayer that I sing to just center myself. I don't
Okay.
have the instrumentals of God speak with me. And
Okay.
really, they're mantras, So I encourage
Okay.
everyone to go to my website, jennjohns.com, JENNJOHNS.com, and
Okay.
listen and enjoy and have a good time and dance around and let God speak to
Yes.
you in it. But the mantras are things like, I am the divine love of God, love of God. I am the divine love of God, love of God, the love of God. Or
Mm, beautiful.
uh, you know, uh, naisi upendo wa Mungu, naisi upendo wa Mungu. So each of them are translated between English and Swahili.
Yes.
And so, you get to kind of just get lost in each of them, and they're about 7 minutes long. But for you, I will just sing this prayer. Is that okay?
Thank you. Most definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, rejoice and take joy, my Queen, in what you hear. Let me be the sweet, sweet sound in your ear.
It's so beautiful. And so we all just hold on to that. Everyone's saying, wow, you hold on to that because you just gave us a prayer and a blessing. And it was very heartfelt. Thank you, Jennifer, for that.
Absolutely.
So, right now, I know you're originally from the West Coast and you're in South Africa. And I also know you speak very highly on freedom,
Mhm,
but there's some power in that freedom when you
mhm,
speak of making a change. And I could tell it's for humanity. And I can
mhm,
feel the awakening that you're giving to help those come out of their healing wounds and stepping into changing the story with their thoughts and their actions. And so when you do that, when you sat with that,
mhm,
what inspires you to do God's work
mhm,
and humanity work for
mhm.
freedom?
You know, um, when I came here 8 years ago, I came with the question, what is freedom? And really, my intention in asking the question was if I can get people to, when I think of the word freedom, for me, I there's an excitement, right, that happens. And my intention was to ask people about their ideas of freedom, hoping that it would inspire people to think about it. And we know that when we think about things, that we manifest things, that the words become flesh, that our ideas manifest in the physical form. And so my intention was to kind of ask this question with the intention of creating levity. And fortunately slash unfortunately, what I was reminded is that all too often our world is so bombarded with pain and trauma. The ideas that we see, the images, the music, the films, a lot of it is really centered around trauma. And
Right.
so much of our answers to what is freedom came with what freedom is not, right? So it's, instead of describing, a feeling of a personal oasis or a feeling that is connected with the divine, many people respond with, it has to do with prisons or and liberations from prisons. It has to do with liberation from, but it was always from something, right? And not
Right.
the statement of what it actually is, right? And
Mhm.
so what I learned for myself, and I've been a long time artivist, if you will, right? I'm one of those people in the community and nationwide, and at this point around the world, that gets called to sing when there has been some sort of tragedy, when there's some form of pain. I get called in to sing that very prayer that I sang for you, right? Or to perform and to exercise out this energy of rage and sadness.
Right.
And what I've learned, Debbie, in this last 8 years is that it's not my job to free anybody. My work, my God work, is to be free in front of folks. My
Right.
spiritual work, my responsibility on this planet is to learn me the best I can and to give me the best I can and to
Right.
love me the best I can, so that the more that I walk and I move with this light of passionate love for myself, the
Mm.
more that I liberate others to do the same without trying, right? I'm not trying to convince anybody that my freedom is your freedom, right? Like the way that you experience the divine is the way that you experience the divine. And it not only has nothing to do with me, it's also not any of my business, right?
Right.
Your business, your life experience, your journey must be your own. And the way that you experience your freedom must be your own. And it has to be your own, because if it's not, then you can't be my answered prayer, right? If you can't live in the passionate love of the divine in the way that works for you, in the way that you need to pray, in the way that you must dance, in the way that you experience music, in the way that you share or create or experience art, whatever that thing is, if you can't do that fully without the expectation that you're following the rule that I set forward, then you can't possibly fulfill God's purpose for you and therefore be my answered prayer. I need you to figure out and feel your own freedom. And when
Right.
people do that, we're less concerned with binding each other.
Right. It's so much power in that. And when you say it, you can feel the fierce behind your voice of like, this is me. Let me be me. Let me flow. Let me be in the joy. And I can tell that when you do your interviews and you've shared your story when you're holding space, it's about bringing that healing to joy and bringing it to the light and to the divine and to the love. And that's by example. You are an
Mm,
example of true flow, of
mm,
saying, let's not worry about this today. Just not today. Let every day is a new day. Let's take this day with joy. And I could feel
yes,
that with you, and I could feel the passion with you when you say that, you know? And it is true. I
yeah,
pause with that because there is a lot of mindsets that we are in that prison of what you say, or there is that poverty that we can have experienced in, and the humanity is just trying to feel better. They're needing that peace, and they're needing that love. And when someone says, hey sis, I see you, let's go have some
yeah,
fun, like
yeah,
let's go do this, let's roll, let's go, and you sharing your time right here with all of us, you're creating that joy, that ripple effect of light, vibration and frequency of sound, but it's also touching the spirit and the energy fields of all of us to say, yeah, that feels right. I want to be free from the poverty, from the despair, from the heartache, from the grief, and let me bring it and shift it into that love and joy and peace. And it's not an easy journey to walk and to not only talk, but you're walking, you're doing.
Mm,
What gives you that
mm.
strength, Jennifer, to say, I'm going to walk this walk?
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I think the thing about it is, I think a lot of times in spiritual communities, we have what I call the yoga glaze, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, you know, yes, I all things are working together for my good. As if like life and the world isn't out here happening, right? Like as if there isn't also trauma and drama that's happening in our lives, right? Like you're right. It's not easy to walk that walk, to trust in spirit at every moment. You know, it's not easy, but that's where your discipline comes in, you know,
Right.
like that's where you get reminded that you get to pray, that you get to exercise, that you get to learn more about yourself and your spirit, right? It's not work. And when we lean into our discipline in the moments where there's stress and there's anxiety and there's all of those things, it's not that it doesn't happen, it's that you can return to yourself faster. It's that you can get back to who you are with a greater amount of ease, and you don't get stuck in the frustration. You know, I recently, I'm traveling. I'm 10,000 miles away from home. You know, I had this bout of like really deep homesickness the other day, like just missing family, missing some folks and so forth, and just was just a little bit of it irritation, right? And I was able to reach out for prayer, but also be reminded of some of my own modalities that allow my walk to be easier, right? And so this morning I got up, I prayed out loud, I recorded that prayer. I'm going to share that prayer, and that's a part of my practice is being of service through prayer. You know, it's a part of my practice. That's how
Right.
I'm an answered prayer. You know.
Right. That's so beautiful. And when we develop these tools or these modalities, it becomes us. It's part
Right.
of who we be. It's a lifestyle of how we live. And
Hmm.
so you're choosing to shift it in a different way. And you said it like, we're human. We have those moments of you're missing home, and you have those moments where we do get affected sometimes by the energies that are not in our control. But what you were saying, the disciplinary to bring it back of self-awareness, self-discovery, how I'm going to shift this and make it into something positive. That's strength. That's discipline for sure. And that's fire right there. I'm going to go to the comments to see if anybody has any questions for you. I see Mildred saying hi, Deb. I see Natasha saying hello. Ross saying hello from Eastbourne. Wow, Ontario, Canada's here as well. You had lots of hearts coming your way. And if anybody has any questions for Jennifer, Jennifer, are you okay if I do a little bit of like chakra cards pulling for the audience while we just give ourselves a minute?
Go
Just
ahead.
okay, girl. Like, let's give
Absolutely,
yourself a
girl.
minute, because I know some of these people in here are just like wanting the card, wanting the inspiration, wanting the upliftment,
Mm.
and you here holding space with sound and frequency, like. I feel like this energy we're in bliss right now. I don't know if you feel it, but I'm in bliss. You have me
Yes,
in bliss,
girl.
girl. Yes, girl. Yes, you do. And so, I thought spirit said to me, or my intuition was telling me, let me pull from the chakra card deck. Since we're talking about
Mm.
God speak today, and we're talking
Mhm.
about the prayer, the divine, the love of each chakra system.
Mm.
So I was guided, and this is like my first deck I ever had, where it just goes into the different chakras, where it gives the
Mm.
insight, or it talks about you being honest and speaking your
Mm.
truth. And, so it's
Mm.
going to have some words that will help everyone that's in here just kind of say, how does this chakra speaking to you today? So that's what I'm going to do for a couple minutes. And when you relax, you get that voice relaxed for us. And I didn't know you were in South Africa. My apologies, my friend.
Oh
And
no,
so
it's
I'm
perfect.
just like so stoked that you're here holding space and giving us that prayer of love from your divine true self, God self. So thank you,
Thank you
Jennifer.
for having me. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
thank you. And if anybody again has questions for Jennifer, please put them in the comments, okay? And so thank you, Steve. We're going to send you lots of healing and love, Steve, your way as well, because I did see your comments a week ago. And Trudy, girl, thank you for being here. And so here, how I work, this is the chakra system, and it's just kind of me filling into the energy of those that are here. So those who are open to a card, just say that you're open. And if you're open for a question for the sound frequency for Jennifer, please put them in the comments, because we want to make sure she's also seen, and we also give her the
Jamie
respect
wants
and
to
love.
know. Jamie wants to know if she will find her true love soon, or if they will find their true love soon.
Oh,
Girl, you
girl.
got some folks in here. I'm watching the comments as they're coming through. I'm like, what are you doing to these people? It's amazing. Go ahead.
Well, to answer her question, we always have love, right? If we
That's
look at
right.
love, if we embody love, you do have love coming your way. I definitely felt a yes with that. So I do mediumship too, Jen. So I ring in loved ones that passed on. And so I probably will do some of that as well. And so if anyone's open to mediumship, a card, let's just roll. And Jamie's putting, I'm a man, LOL. So she
I'm
mediums the
sorry.
girl. So yes, love to you, Jamie. That's what's up. So I'm
Yes.
gonna flow here really quickly, and we'll just see where I'm kind of guided. So if you're open up for spirit for mediumship, and if you want a card, let's say card or mediumship, and we'll let Jennifer, as she's saying, what am I doing to you people? Let's give her a little love and give her a little view of what happens here on Transcend with Debbie. Let's go. I'm
Yes.
gonna put my glasses on because for whatever reason I cannot see.
Mm.
Okay. So
Well, Joanne is looking for a partner too, so maybe Jamie and Joanne need to hook up.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you pick, and I'll go read them. Go ahead, Jennifer. Pick somebody here, and I'll read them for you.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Mm, mm. Tracy has questions about our marriage. Open to me, Angela. Whatever comes through, I'm with Angela.
Okay, so let's go with Angela. So immediately, if I come to Angela, I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like when I come to you, Angela, I feel like you're seeing so much. And when I say this, I get the sense that Spirit is just giving you download after download, and you're being inspired to create. Like my hands, I'm coming to you, and I'm just like writing. If you're not auto writing now, I definitely get the sense that auto writing or writing things down, journaling things down is going to be good for you, Angela. If you're here, a yes, a no, and I don't know would be amazing. I do feel a gentleman stepping forward. Feels very much like a father figure. They're taking me to the heart. And so I know when he comes into my awareness, I feel like the out of breath is also in reference or connection to him, if you would understand this. He does give me the sense that you can see him. So I know that you have a great soul to soul connection with him. And I do feel like he's just saying, keep going, girl. Don't stop. I feel like there's a little bit of doubt that you're feeling into here, which is in the pit of my stomach, which is that solar plex. And I just want to open that up to like, just let that go. Like we don't need to control how the divine is connecting to you, how spirit is connecting to you, and just let it come close. Let the blend come in. But when he comes closer to me, I get a butterfly. So I also know butterflies are a way for you to know that he's near you or around, if you would understand this, Angela. So thank you for picking Miss Angela, Jennifer. Look at you, girl.
Yes.
Yes. And I love that. And so the message is, keep going. Don't stop believing in yourself is what I'm hearing. And communication. This is the card of communication, speaking your truth. And when spirit is coming to us, and there's that transparency, there's that communication, sincerity, speak with that love, that gentleness. Yeah, I felt that in the pit of your stomach, like it was all in your stomach. And if you say grandfather, let me let him bring in more information and how he wants to be presented. I feel like he would have liked to look good, because I feel like I'm dressing really nice. I feel like I was walking, or I would be active at the same time. I love to be outdoors, and I feel like the sun wasn't something that he was accustomed to, but I feel like like I'm outdoors doing the yard work, fixing the cars. So I feel very handy with this gentleman. I do feel that he can work on cars, and I feel like the car is coming back again. So this is something in awareness to your vehicle or to your car as well, Angela. And so I know that he's acknowledging your vehicle needing a little bit of tender love and care, if you would understand it. If he were to come closer to me as well, and I feel into his essence, it's like, let's go, girl. I got you, girl. Like, I feel like you're a little bit of a worry, like you worry just a little bit. So spirit is saying you need one. There you go. That's why I thought that. I was like, I got it. I kept going to the car. I kept going to the car, and he's like, "Don't worry, I got you." Oh, your car broke down. Yes, so this is the intelligence. I'm so sorry that the car broke, but Grandpa's like, let's not worry about that, and let spirit come in and help hold you and help you get through that is what I got. Oh, Trudy, you're funny. So I'll leave you with the love. Please don't worry, my friend, and know that spirit's got you. Continue to express yourself. That communication, I would focus on the throat. And I know my girl here got a throat chakra song or a mantra. What would be the prayer for the throat, Miss Jennifer?
Mm. I speak with the love of God.
I speak with the love of God. So that would be a beautiful prayer affirmation. I speak with the love of God. And so when you're letting spirit come close and you're in that gentle flow with God and truth, there's nothing but love that can come through you, babe. So you're welcome. I'll let you pick again, Miss Jennifer. Where are you going, girl? Tell me where to go.
Everywhere to go. Let's see. Let's do Roy Taylor. I also, it is also almost 9 o'clock out here, and I have an event that I have to attend. So I only
Okay,
have a couple more minutes, but Roy.
Roy, Jennifer just picked you and he said a card. And so with that being said, let's pull a card really quickly here, Roy, for you. Sound. And what a beautiful
Mm,
way to come with sound. But when I say this in a gentle way, I feel the soft music. I feel the orchestra playing. So I feel like you have an old record player behind you. And I feel like the music that you put, you have a gentle dance with you in spirit world, Roy, if you would understand this. A father steps forward and he makes me feel that that music was played for him during his illness or during his time of need. And I feel like with you, the sound and music and vibration soothes your soul. And so, Jennifer, you picked a great one. And so, sound, I sing with the divine God source energy, right? And so that's your mantra for that. And Jennifer, just thank you for sharing your time today on Transcend with
yeah.
Debbie. You guys hold on for 1 second as we say goodbye to my girl Jennifer. What words of wisdom would you like to leave the community today with?
Declare love and most importantly, fun over your life. You take dominion.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Have fun in South Africa. Thank you for sharing your time. It's truly an honor to have you here.
Thank you, sister. Be
You're
well.
welcome, Sister Viva. We'll see you again when you come back out here.
Absolutely. You take
Have,
care.
have fun. Say bye, everybody. Don't forget to follow Jennifer Johns, and she has a great website. It's linked if you can. My girl Kelly Brickle, if you can put her link up for those to follow her so that you don't miss out on her future shows and events and songs. Let's support
And
my girl
follow,
and
thank you.
follow
Let's
her
follow
on
along on
all
the
social
journey.
media. Yes.
Yeah.
Say it again. What where do you want them to follow you?
They can follow my social media at the Jen Johns across all platforms. I'm most active on Instagram. But also go to thefunmanifesto.com. TheFunmanifesto, thefunmanifesto.com. And you can follow along on this journey, which is about healing and it's about fun. We're recording a live album. You can grab tickets to that live album and support us on this journey. We are doing this as a means to bring community together, and every artist that's a part of it has cooperative ownership in it, but it's not cheap. So if you want to
Right.
buy tickets and support this experience, we love that, and we appreciate all of the support that we can get, both monetarily and also in prayers and just love.
Keep doing you, baby. You're doing such a beautiful job for all of us. Congratulations on your 20-year mark. And thank you for sharing your gift of fun, love, and spirit, divine God, truth. Have a great chore. Much love to you.
Thank you. Peace, Debbie. Thank you,
Peace.
community. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you. Wasn't that awesome, y'all? She left me in bliss. Like my energy is still, I'm buzzing because of the love that she rocks it with. Let me see who's still here, and let's see if we can say some hellos. And I will hold some space here so we can continue some readings, and we'll see where spirit takes me. But oh my gosh, she left me in awe, and I wasn't expecting that. And all the way from South Africa, she's usually either in the West Coast here on my end, and please don't forget to follow her, jenjohns.com. That's what's up. So let's see who's here. Say some hellos, and I'll go where I'm guided. She was funny when she was picking the names. She was like seeing all the comments. That was pretty dope. And Roy, if you were still here, I hope that made sense for you as well. So I know I was working with you, and I calmed it down because she was heading out. So who is still here? Yes. Was it a thank you, my girl Kelly Brickle from Roy? Was he understood it? Thank you for your message. God bless. Yeah, Roy, thank you. So for all of you that are still here, who is interested in a card? I see Alan Childs. Who are we seeing the comments here still? Hi, Julie. Mildred, if I come to you, and put your name in the comments for those that are following on Facebook, because I cannot see your names, okay? So if I come to you, Mildred, I just kind of say like, girl, you have a lot going on. And when I feel into you, Mildred, I get the sense it's like you're trying to cook, you're trying to clean, and I get the sense that a gentleman is like giving you strength. So, okay, yes, you want to read it. I'm coming with you, Mildred. I'm working with you, babe. And I know that there's a gentleman that comes forward, and I know that this gentleman is someone that you would have loved. And this is not somebody who would have been a father. This is like someone who would have been like your partner, your friendship of love. And I get the sense that he's stepping forward just to hold space for you. And if you're wanting to open that door to want more love for self, right? I feel like there's this conversation of thoughts that you've been having with how to start or move forward with love for self, and he's like pushing you and encouraging you to find this love, if you would understand this. And I'm working with Mildred for a second here, and I feel like it's like you're a very young soul, you're youthful, and I feel like I just want to say that you're reminding you that you are worthy and you are deserving of love, if this makes sense, Mildred, for you. I do feel that opportunity or an opportunity of love is going to present itself to you. I do feel that love of connection is there, and I feel like he's supporting this for you. As I feel into his hands, like I feel into his essence to hold, like to help you. And I feel like as you're connecting and you're cooking and you're in this kitchen, I feel like this is where his presence is really strong, if you would understand this. And if I feel into that, I just want to say, you're not alone. I feel that there's been some emotions or some tears lately, and I do get the sense that it's your husband. I'm so sorry, my friend. And I feel that he's really supporting you through your emotions at this moment, if you would understand this. I do see that he's trying to uplift you. And I feel like there's a cross or a necklace that he has that you have. And as I feel into this cross or to this necklace, I get the sense that this is a way of telling you to continue the faith. I feel that you have his jackets hung up in the closet still. And I feel like either you gave one away to a child, another young boy, or you were thinking of giving it away. Or I feel like, like if I came over to your house and I'm like, I'm cold, I need a jacket. And I feel like he's just acknowledging that the jacket was given or had them using it because they were cold. I do feel infinity being acknowledged as well. I do also feel Margie being acknowledged as well. And I feel like with the family, he's giving me the sense that either there's something here with siblings I don't know if they haven't had a chance to come together or they haven't had a chance to like express or be together, but he's sending healing to bring the energy together, if you would understand that. I do want to say that you carry these feelings of like, I wish I could have done more, or you wish you, or the feeling of like you did something wrong. And he's like, you didn't do anything wrong. Like it's almost like I wanted to, yes, wow, good, okay, thank you. And so he's telling me that when I say doing something wrong, he's taking me to the illness, and he's taking me to his passing, and he's taking me to the feeling of you wishing you could have done more. And so he wants you to let go of the guilt of you either holding on to guilt of either I should have called the doctor sooner, or I should have signed the paperwork sooner. There was a lot of stuff happening very quickly. And he's telling me this is where he wants to bring in a healing for you in reference to this. I feel that a phone call was made and he was with you at that time. So either you were not with him at the time of his passing, and so this weighs very heavy on you. And so he's saying he was right there with you when the phone call came in, if you would understand this, Mildred. He's saying you are like the sun, the sunshine, that sunshine. And I feel like, you know, like when we clean the beans or the green beans and it's like you're popping it and you're cleaning out and all that. I feel like he was there with you. Like when you're doing the green beans or you're doing the food and the pastel. Is it pastel? I think, I don't know why I'm hearing that, but those pasteles. So I feel like that he's also having me acknowledge, if you understand this. I gotta say that he's saying, the God, like, you know, Jennifer talks about God and the divine and how we're flowing with that. I feel like he's wanting to just say, to continue that frequency, that vibration of God's love. He didn't speak very much, he says, and I wish I would have said to you that I loved you more, and for that he's sorry. He expressed his love with gratitude by covering you up with a jacket, or he expressed his gratitude by helping you out of the house and taking you for a car ride and getting the mail and taking the kids to McDonald's, or, you know, the kids are jumping up and down. And so I get the sense that, you know, my head was hurting and he would get frustrated, but he loved it. So his expression of love was being there with you. But what I do feel is that he wishes that he would have said he loved you more. And so I leave you with your husband's love. He's definitely supporting you on moving forward into new love. And I just say, God be with you. And I thank you, Mildred, for letting me hold space for you just for this brief moment. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I could only imagine. I'm so sorry. So let's go in here. Thank you, everyone, for holding space. Please don't forget to send the stars in honor of Derek Akora's fundraiser. Thank you for those who have shared. Thank you for those who have showed up and said hello. Thank you for those who are just holding space for this energy and frequency that we can all be in to hold space for each other. Jennifer Johns was amazing, and for her to take time to share her story, her album, her baby of 20-year anniversary mark, we would have not known that that was the timing of divine, right? So let me see where I'm going to go here. I'm going to do a different deck of the cosmics, and then if spirit comes in, I'll let spirit come in. And I'll try to do, for those who have never seen me do a rapid read, it's kind of like where I go really quickly and then I just kind of go where I'm guided, and I kind of go pretty quick here. Thank you, Jean Turner, for being here. Thank you so kindly. Welcome for being a first timer here. That's awesome. We appreciate your support. Eva, thank you so much for being here. Valerie, thank you for being here. Let's go to Valerie, because Valerie was like the first person that was here. Valerie, if I come to you, I want to give you the cosmic connection, Valerie. And when I see this, I feel like downloads of energy. And when I feel into this, I'm just like, I don't know why I want to give you Jupiter, girl, but all of a sudden Jupiter just comes to my awareness. And when I feel into your essence, it's like you really are one with the universe. So the universe, we all embody that same frequency, that energy. And I get the sense that you really embody it. Like you speak it, you live it, and this is your way of lifestyle, if you would understand this, Valerie. And I know that either you've gone through some breakups or there's some things that have hurt or heavy on your heart. And this is the way spirit is flowing and ebbing with you, if you would understand this. There's a lot of integrity. Like I love the ego that comes forward with you. when it's like you're seeing things from a higher perspective. Yes, you do. And I feel like you've gone through all that healing, that shadow self, right? But also too, the worlds within worlds that you've walked, you balanced it, but also you moved forward. And that's the beauty and the gift. And I love how Jennifer talked about that, right? We go through things, it's like from, but yet we brought in the joy and the peace. And because when I feel into your essence, you really do embody the peace, the love, and you really do embody the journey of self-discovery. And I feel like the journey, like look at the peacock, look at all the colors. That's all your wisdom, that's all your strength. But also too, I want to give you abundance. So I feel like that's wisdom of abundance. So I say keep going. There's a woman that steps forward that feels very motherly to me, and she's just like planting the seeds. And when I say planting the seeds, it's like that manifestation, the ideas, the aha. And I feel like you either get these aha moments to teach, and I want to say yes, girl, teach. Like share your wisdom, share your love, share your knowledge. I feel like there's a trance component that where you really get a really close blend, and you're getting a very close connection, and spirit is like almost moving your body, like that deep physical mediumship. I feel like you got such a close blend that they're showing me the chest and the cough and the movement of that. Yes, your mom. And I feel like this is her. When I feel this, I feel like there's a slow movement with your mom, but I know that when she comes closer, she would have had challenges eating. And I feel like you would either have to help her eat because she's making me feel like my arm, like I couldn't really feed myself. And I feel like you would look at her and you were so attentive, like, what is it that you're needing? And I feel like you were picking up for her. You were her caretaker. I get the sense that when she couldn't see, you would help her get her glasses. And I just want to say, when she comes closer to me, there's gratitude for the care that you gave. There's a lot of gratitude, but it's interesting because I feel at some point in her journey, she couldn't speak. And I feel that there was words that she couldn't express. So she used her eyes to communicate with you, if you would understand that. Yes, you were your mother's caretaker. I'm so sorry, my love. I know that there's a lot of love in that when we're caring for our mothers. And I feel like you had such a beautiful soul connection with her that you were able to see her through her eyes. And so I know that is coming through. There is a name. All of a sudden, I just heard Connie. So I don't know if there's someone here that's for Connie, but I just heard Connie. I feel like a kitty cat is also with her. So I know a kitty cat is also coming through. A white kitty cat is coming through as well. And so let's see what she has to say. She's saying the honor is hers. It is a privilege and an honor to have been your mother. You have grown into this beautiful woman, and she does see you. I feel like if I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking and I see these flowers in my hair, and I feel like you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and I feel her presence next to you. As we grow and progress, and I feel like the way you continue, there's wisdom in that. She's showing me the skin, so I feel like either you were looking at your skin or the spots on the skin, and like your true self. You were just really looking at yourself, and she was right there, and she's just making me feel like, boy, how I look like my mom. And I feel like I'm just kind of going through my eyes, and I'm looking at my rings, and I'm looking at, like literally, like I'm seeing you in the bathroom, taking your rings off, putting them in this little container here. And I feel like you're just getting ready for bed. And I feel like when you have this routine, she definitely is present. So like when you lay down and you're reading your books, yes, you look like your mom. When you're reading and you're laying in bed, she's showing me this comforter. This bed is kind of high, girl. Like I feel like I have to get up to get on the bed. And I just feel like peace is what she's giving you. So peace in the mind, peace in the heart, and peace in the soul. She leaves you a gift, but also a ring. So there's something about her ring that she's also acknowledging as well. And so whether this is on the nightstand and you put it next to you, and I feel like you put your glasses down and you say thank you. So you're a woman of gratitude. And I'm just going to leave you with her love. And I thank you, Valerie, for being the first person here, for sharing the stars and sharing the love always, because you're always showing up for community and spirit. So I leave you with her love. I'm proud of that. What did she say? I'm proud to have had her as a mom, and I wear her rings. Oh, wow. Yeah, and she's so proud of you, and she sees you as you continue to your years of life, and she's showing me like how you've changed, and she's part of that progression and growth and healing. And she just kept showing me the jewelry and putting it down. So she's very much with you, and it's just that peaceful connection is the feeling that I got with her. And so, you guys, thank you so kindly for just letting me hold space. Thank you for letting Jennifer Jones just share her prayer of love. Please look her up so that you can get the sound healing that's on her soundtrack. Trust me, you will be vibing and moving, and you will not be disappointed. So, y'all, until next time, I leave you with spirit's love, self-love, and of course, the cosmic love. Take care, y'all, and thank you for listening to Transcend with Debbie today. Much love.